Welcome to Pour the Wine. It's Rom-Com Time, where we'll sip some wine and review all things rom-com on the Hallmark Channel. I'm Amy.
And I'm Garry.
Oh boy, and we're singing.
I'm pouring.
Oh boy, okay.
Yes.
Today we're going to be reviewing the first movie in the 3-part series Providence Falls, Chance of a Lifetime, that aired on the Hallmark Channel on Saturday, August 2nd, 2025, and is now streaming on Hallmark Plus.
Yes, it is. And we would love it if you would click that follow button on your favorite podcast platform so you don't miss an episode.
Click it.
Oh, that was
Click
funny.
it or ticket.
Yeah. Click it or ticket. If you listen on Apple or Spotify, you can also leave us a review, and hopefully it's a positive one.
We hope it is.
You can also find us on YouTube and all social media.
Or send us an email at pourthewineitsromcomtime@gmail.com and let us know your thoughts about Providence Falls, or we just finished Christmas in July.
Yes.
What you thought of the new to Hallmark Channel.
Correct.
Christmas movies, because they were on Hallmark Plus.
Mm-hmm.
But I read where over 12 million viewers
Wow. That's a lot.
tuned in for Christmas in July
Awesome.
on the Hallmark Channel. That's pretty cool. People.
That's good for Hallmark.
It's just a nice escape, you know?
I enjoy them.
Yeah, you don't have to think too much. They're lovely, lighthearted for the most part.
Yeah.
Some are kind of serious, but generally it's just nice.
Yeah, with a nice glass of wine.
With a nice glass of wine.
A throw.
Lights off. Cozy.
Yes.
Pretend like it's not 200 degrees outside.
That's why you have chilled Chardonnay.
Chilled Chardonnay. That's right. We're having Chardonnay tonight because it's been so hot.
So, who's in this one?
All righty. Katie Stevens plays Cora McLeod, and this is her Hallmark premiere. She has 15 acting credits. Can you believe that? Only 15? She's really good in this.
She's very good.
Spoiler alert, she's good.
Yes.
Some of her other acting gigs include an episode of Fantasy Island. She was in 52 episodes of the series The Bold Type and 1 episode of Dolly Parton's Heartstrings, which aired on Netflix. Evan Roderick plays Finn Walsh. He's been in several Hallmark productions, including Leah's Perfect Gift, which we really loved.
Yes,
really
we
cute.
did. Mm-hmm.
Several Aurora Tea Garden mysteries, and the movie Seal with a List. Some of his other work includes 10 episodes of Spinning Out, 12 episodes of Arrow, and he was in an episode of the series When We Rise.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Lachlan Quarmby plays Liam O'Connor. For Hallmark, he was in the movie A Very Merry Bridesmaid. Some of his other work includes 11 episodes of the series Allegiance, an episode of Tracker, which is a recent series, 6 episodes of the series The Watchful Eye.
Ooh. The Watchful Eye.
Paul McGillen plays James McLeod. Now, he's been in a ton of Hallmark productions, and he has a ton of acting credits. Some of his Hallmark work includes Falling Together, Christmas in Tahoe, An Unexpected Christmas, a few Picture Perfect mysteries, Wind Calls the Heart, and he was in an episode of Signed, Sealed, Delivered, the series. We remember him in that.
Yes, we do.
We just watched that recently. Some of his other work includes the series My Life with the Walter Boys. He was in 3 episodes of that. He was in 12 episodes of Firefly Lane, 3 episodes of The Flash, and 3 episodes of Girlfriend's Guide to Divorce. And 2 episodes of The X-Files. That was okay. All right. I'm going to move on. Maddie Finocchio plays Chief Boyd. I apologize if I mispronounce his last name. Not 100% certain on that. He's done a ton of Hallmark work, including the movies Guiding Emily, Made for Each Other, The Holiday Sitter, Autumn Dreams, and he was in an episode of Chesapeake Shores. Some of his other work of his over 100 acting credits include the latest Final Destination movie, Bloodlines, 5 episodes of Riverdale, Chilling Adventures of Sabrina for an episode of The Flash. You know, The Flash comes up a lot.
Yeah, it does.
People must have been on there. Yeah. Pretty cool. And he was also in 2 Night at the Museum movies, Battle of the Smithsonian and Secret of the Tomb.
Secret of the Tomb. That's a cool name.
Felicia Simone plays Suzette Duvreau. For Hallmark, she was in 3 Wise Men and a Baby and 3 Wiser Men and a Boy.
Okay.
No reaction?
Well,
You're
yes.
kind of looking at me. We liked both of those. Those
Yes,
are really
we did.
cute. And we're looking forward to the 3rd installment coming, Countdown to Christmas in 2025.
Yes.
It'd be very cool. I think it's going to be called 3 Wisest Men. I think
Something
they
like
said.
that, yeah.
Some of Felicia's other work includes Schmigadoon. Sorry, Schmigadoon.
That's a tongue twister.
Give me some wine. Give me some wine.
Yeah, I know. Give you something, right?
Schmigadoon. She was in the movie The Best Version of Love, an episode of The Handmaid's Tale. And this is pretty cool. She also wrote, directed, and starred in a web series called the Dating App Chronicles web series.
Oh.
And it is now becoming an actual series. And
That's
she's
cool.
credited as the creator. I'm not sure when it comes out.
All
But
right.
yeah, I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah, it is.
Jessica Sipos plays Meredith Brady. Her Hallmark work includes the recent Love on the Danube movie, Royal Getaway, Betty's Bad Luck in Love, A Season for Family, and she was Sarah Mercer for 38 episodes in the series Chesapeake Shores.
Awesome.
Oh, and she was in a Signed, Sealed, Delivered movie, To the Altar, which we haven't watched yet. We're not to that one yet.
I know.
We're a few
We're
behind.
getting there. We're getting
Some
there.
of her other work includes 2 episodes of Charmed, the movie A Daughter's Revenge, and 4 episodes of the TV series Unreal.
Oh, wow.
We watched a little bit of that.
Yeah.
Unreal.
Mhm.
Keegan Connor Tracy plays Samuel.
Samel.
Oh, we didn't perfect that. So
That's a hard name.
her Hallmark work includes morning show mysteries Death by Design and the garage sale mystery The Art of the Murder.
Samel.
She's done a lot of other work, including 4 episodes of the TV series Blockbuster, 19 episodes of The Magicians, and she was the Blue Fairy for 36 episodes in Once Upon a Time.
Oh,
That was
wow.
a series that we loved.
Yeah, we did.
Amitai Marmerstein plays Aegon.
Yes.
Is that what we're going with?
Aegon.
For Hallmark, he was in Round and Round, 8 Gifts of Hanukkah, The Wishing Tree, Debbie McComer's Dashing Through the Snow. And a few of his other acting gigs include an episode of Tracker,
Ooh, there's Trackers
7
again.
episodes of Schmigadoon. It made me say it
Another one.
again. He was in the Christmas movie Noel, which aired on Disney Plus, and he was in an episode of Fringe. That was his very first acting credit.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Go ahead.
Glenn Gordon plays Dominic. He's got a couple dozen acting credits for Hallmark. He's pretty young.
Yes, he is.
For Hallmark, he was in Open by Christmas, Sweet Carolina, A Heavenly Christmas, and an episode of When Calls the Heart. And some of his other work includes The Irrational. He also was in the movie Noel,
Okay.
which is pretty cool, and an episode of Bates Motel.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Wow. Bates Motel.
Yeah.
Mm.
We should watch that. I actually heard. You know who's in that?
No.
Who stars in that?
Oh, what's
Freddie
his name?
Highmore from The Good Doctor.
From The Good Doctor.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Well,
Yes.
this was directed by Lucy Guest, wasn't
Lucy
it?
Guest.
She has
Yes, it
almost 20 directing credits. For Providence Falls, she did direct all 3 episodes.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah, she did.
For A Chance of a Lifetime, she is listed as the only one who
The
directed
only
it.
director.
Yeah.
Right.
For the next 2 episodes, she is a co-director.
And we'll mention the co-director when we get to those episodes.
Those episodes,
Correct.
yes.
Right.
She's directed several other films for Hallmark, including Santa Claus.
I like that.
Yes. Christmas Under the Lights. Jingle Bell Run.
I like them.
One of my favorites.
I know.
Sealed with a List. And Love on Harbor Island.
Cool.
She is also an actress who was recently seen in Hallmark's Holidays. A few of her other Hallmark works include Romance to the Rescue, A Summer Romance, Time for Me to Come Home for Christmas, and 1 episode of, you guessed it, Chesapeake Shores.
Chesapeake Shores.
And the writers in this one.
In this one or the series?
This series. The three Providence Falls books were written by Jude Devereaux and Tara Sheets.
Tara. Is that a Tara?
Is it Tara? Tara.
I don't know. I would say Tara. I don't
Tara.
really know.
Tomatoes,
but we
tomato?
didn't read
I'm
those
sorry.
books.
No, we didn't.
And I haven't really seen anything about how, especially the first episode, compares to the first book.
Right.
So it's a series of 3 books, but we're not sure. So
Yeah.
we'll look into that, and maybe on the next pod we'll talk about it.
Okay. All 3 episodes were written by Teresa Kale. She has 8 writing credits, including 24 episodes of Trollstopia.
I like that. Trollstopia.
Trollstopia. And 28 episodes of Girl Meets World.
World. Take another sip.
I know, right? I think I was in the Trollstopia.
Very cool. And just a little bit more about Providence Falls. I know we're discussing a lot before we get into the review, but Joanna Garcia Swisher, most people know her recently from Sweet Magnolias.
Yep.
And she was in the TV series Reba.
Yeah.
She discovered and read the books while in Ireland shooting the 2021 Hallmark movie As Luck Would Have It.
Wow.
Isn't that pretty cool?
That is cool.
So she optioned the rights, and then she set up the project at Hallmark. She actually has a book club called Rolling Clover Reads Book Club.
Oh,
And this is the first film adaptation from her new production company, Rolling Clover. That's pretty cool.
That
Good
is
for her.
cool.
She's got her hands in all this stuff. I love
She
it.
does.
I love it. So the Providence Falls books are their August 2025 book club picks. Of course.
That's awesome.
And most of Providence Falls was filmed in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. And a few scenes were filmed in Ireland, although they did a few on location shoots.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
pretty,
Good. Interesting.
Pretty cool.
All right. So is it time to drop the synopsis?
It's time to drop the synopsis.
All right.
Let's do it.
In 1844 Ireland, a rogue falls for a squire's daughter, altering her destiny. Don't you hate when it happens?
You're very animated today.
I know. Angels send them to the present-day Providence Falls to correct it. How dare they?
Or cool. I
Or
don't
cool.
know.
Yeah. He must make her fall for another man, though she's now a cop with no memory of their past lives.
Now, we'll probably give away some spoilers. We're going to try not to give away too much, but we do have to talk about it, right? We can't wait to talk about it. So if you haven't watched it yet, press pause, go find Providence Falls, Chance of a Lifetime, watch it, and then come back for our review. Because we don't want to ruin anything or spoil any scenes or talk about lines and quips and the characters. We don't want to ruin it for you.
Yes.
So there you go.
There you go. There you have it.
You have your warning.
You've been warned.
You've been warned.
So what did you think as you are rubbing your hands together?
Oh, gosh. Yeah, I am. If only we were on video, right? So you want me to go first with the first take?
Yes.
Why don't you take
I'm
a
going to
sip?
take a sip of wine. I don't even know.
Well, here's the thing. There was a lot of hype about it, right? There was a lot of hype about it. And there were a lot of podcasters who, got previews of it, who spoke very highly of it. They didn't give any spoilers away, but I watched a lot of like, oh my gosh, this is the best. It's the most delicious. You're going to love it. Can't wait for you to see it. From several different podcasters that I saw on the socials, right? And they were really hyping it up. And you always get worried because you're like, it's so hyped up. Am I going to be disappointed? And I was not disappointed at all.
You were not?
No, it's so good.
It
oh
is.
My gosh. So what we do is we generally watch the movies twice, right? We watch it once just to enjoy it, and then we watch it a second time. And this again, and we've talked about this, I think maybe one other time, but in this one, because we try to take notes so we can remember and jog our memory about what happened and all that jazz. And it was like there's so much going on.
Yes, there's a lot
and there's
going on.
so much. I mean, we could sit here and talk literally, and I know we feel this way about Signed, Sealed, and Delivered, but this one, we could sit and go scene by scene and talk for over an hour about it because there's just so much I would want to dive into.
Mm-hmm.
It is so good. The actors are so good. The the time, I don't want to say jumps, but the going back in time.
Right.
So you go between modern day, the 1800s, and you have scenes with angels,
Yes.
right? It's so well done.
Yes, it is.
It's so good. And so you can see the production value,
Yep.
right? For Hallmark especially. And it's sort of, there's love interest, there's a mystery, there's, murder. Yeah, it's got it all, there's big extravagant parties in these ballrooms.
Yes.
Right? And of course there's a love triangle.
Mm-hmm.
That's in the making or is already there, sort of ish, and depending on what time you're in. So I loved it from start to finish. I'm looking forward to the next episode.
Yes.
And, to see what happens there. Cause I literally have no idea since we didn't read the books or, I'm trying not to read too much about anything or see spoilers or anything for us. So what do you think?
I think you said it all. I mean, it's the past meets the future. I don't know. It was or emulates the future, or the future emulates the past.
Right.
And it was very well shot.
Yes.
I loved the costumes.
Good directing, right?
Great directing. Great stories.
And the writing is so well adapted.
Yes. Like you said, there was the ballroom,
right?
The balls, the elite parties. You had the rich, you had the poor, you had
the thieves,
you had the police,
the popo,
and
the constables.
And then you had kind of two other things going on in the mix.
Right.
So I really liked it.
Really,
and
well
like
done.
you, because it doesn't wrap up. It carries on to the next episode or part. And I can't wait for it.
Which is really wild. I mean, I don't really know. We have these collections from Hallmark that have 3 or 4 movies. Right. We just finished one with Unwrapping Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
So, so we know that they do this sort of thing, but this seems to be a little different. So rather than doing it in like a 8 episode series, they're doing 3 hour and 20-minute movies. So it's interesting.
Yes.
So it's like a series, but they're movies. And, and you and I even debated about how to do this podcast, because when we do the series, we break it down scene by scene because they're, 40-minute episodes and we can kind of do that and get into the layers of the characters, which we could do here, but we felt like that would be too long. We're going to stick to our movie outline where we talk about favorite scenes and cheers and jeers and all that jazz. So, but it's going to be tough.
Yes, it is.
But yeah, so I agree with you. I mean, I think it's great. Yeah. I'm looking forward to the next one. And I mean, I guess we should sort of set the premise. Do you think we could?
Yes, let's do that. You do it. I'm going to take a sip of wine.
You want me to just do it? Okay.
Well, you're good at
So you have at the very beginning, it starts off in the 1800s. So I guess it's late 1800s, right?
Yes.
And the main characters, Liam and Cora, are running through the woods. They're being chased. You're not really sure what's going on, right? And they kind of stop.
Mm-hmm.
And he kind of tells her, doesn't he tell her to go on, or I don't know?
Yeah, he tells her to go on.
I'm losing it right this second.
No, he tells her to go on, and he would stay and kind of lead them off in another direction.
So she could escape. And she's like, where you go, I go, remember?
Mm-hmm.
And you know what that reminded me of? This is a little sidebar.
Okay, sidebar.
Titanic. You jump, I jump. Right?
Yes.
Jack, Rose, you jump, I jump. Right. Anyway, just a little sidebar. That's what that reminded me of. So you have them in the past. Cora falls.
Right.
Right. And then he, goes and grabs her and then she kind of she speaks for a second and then we presume she dies.
Right.
Right. And then he gets grabbed by the crowd that's been chasing him and he's a thief. And so they're chasing him because, we presume that he's done something or they think he has.
They think he murdered.
Right. Right. Or you think that's the right. So then you have, you cut to modern day and you kind of meet, right?
Yeah.
You meet Cora,
Cora.
who is modern day. She is a police officer.
Yep.
And she's at the coffee shop, and her friend Suzette owns the coffee shop. Cora's just gotten a promotion. And then in walks Finn.
Yes.
Right. And he's like an assistant, or he's like a district attorney, or whatever. And they kind of chat for a second.
Who likes tea?
Right. And there's been a robbery. Yes, he likes tea. Finn likes tea. And then you kind of cut to the angels who are talking to Liam.
Yes.
And you find out he's sort of been stuck in this
Limbo.
in between. He's been stuck in limbo, and they're closing down the shop where he is, which is kind of funny.
That's hilarious.
And they have to find what all souls must be allocated one way or the other. And they say either,
HELL hockey
sticks, right? And Liam doesn't know what that is because he's from the 1800s. So
yes.
He doesn't understand hockey sticks. So that's kind of where they are. So he has to choose to go forward in time or back in time. Maybe it's modern time. I don't know. So that he has to choose to go to the modern world, and he has to make sure that Cora finds her true destiny, Finn, which he screwed up in the 1800s because the angels tell Liam that she was actually destined for Finn.
Yep.
And he messed that up.
Yeah, he did.
Because she fell in love with him instead. One could argue that was actually the destiny. But I guess we'll get there in one of the other movies. So that's kind of where we are. So he has to go back, and he has all of his memories from the 1800s.
Which I think is pretty cool.
And he's trying to learn the modern day.
Yes.
And he can't interfere with her and Finn.
Yes.
And it's going to be very difficult for him to do because it's the love of his life. And he remembers all of that.
Yes, he does.
Are we good? Is that the premise?
Yes.
That's okay. So that's where we are.
Yes. But also in the meantime, Cora is trying to solve there's
been a robbery.
There's been a robbery, a larceny of jewelry stores. There's been a couple, and then they come across one that seems to be she doesn't think it's the same group of people that are doing it, but her boss seems to think it's the same. So you have that going on. Right.
And I think, and then you kind of find out that, which I thought was pretty cool, that, the angels tell him 7 souls were reincarnated.
Yeah.
Right. So they've all been reincarnated except for him. He was the only one stuck in the in-between. And it's been like 200 years, right?
But it's cool. I'd rather have been in limbo and be able to remember everything.
Yeah. Well, I guess. I don't know. Maybe. But, and I like how he said, he says, what will the names be? Will they be the same? And she says, names tend to stick to souls. And I was like, oh, I love that line.
Yes.
So let's talk meet cute, or should I say meet cutes?
Yes.
Because we have to talk about
Plural.
2 different ones, right?
Yes.
We have to talk about the 1800s meet cute,
yes,
and then the modern day. Which one do you want to do first?
Let's do the past.
Okay, let's do the 1800s first.
Yes.
So what did you...
I loved it.
Yes,
I
me
loved
too.
how he tried to sneak into the house. Well, he picked the lock.
He was breaking in to rob the castle, right?
Right.
Whatever.
And I guess she was laying in the dark for him. You just don't know. And all of a sudden, he's got a sword against his neck. And then you're like, whoop. And then they have this discussion, and he realizes it's not a real sword. It's just a practice one. And so he's fine with that. And they go back and forth, and she likes who he is. She thinks he's a good person, even though he's there to steal something.
Right.
And so they have this great back and forth banter that I thought was really cute.
It was. It worked. It worked really well. And I think we forgot to mention that the angel Aegon, he has in heaven or wherever they are.
Yeah.
The
purgatory.
Not purgatory, the in-between.
The lounge.
He has actually put in a VHS tape to watch on this old TV, and that's where you see the scene of the meet cute in the past. Yep. He puts it in, and we start to see what he's seeing as how they met, because he's got to learn everything about them, right?
And that reminds me of It's a Wonderful Life.
a little bit, where the angels are watching what happens.
And they send, what's his name down to help George.
Yeah, because he's going to go.
Yeah.
He's going to go. And in
and
modern
who knew
day,
that, heaven had VHS recorders.
Yep.
Wow, heaven. Come on now.
So then we go to the meet cute in modern day.
Yes.
Right. And it's kind of a cool scene because he gets, I like the Irish music, you know, and he kind of gets sucked into the modern day.
Yes.
And he first meets Boyd, and then they go to the robbery where Cora is, and that's where they first meet. And she's like, "Have we met before?" And he's like, "Not in this lifetime." That's a terrible Irish accent, but whatever. Yeah. So I thought that was kind of cute, and I loved his one-liners, which we'll get to.
Yeah.
Throughout everything. So. And then his phone goes off and he doesn't really know what to do with it. And he's like, "What's that noise?" He has no idea, which I thought was kind of cute.
So this meet cute doesn't go off as well as it did in the past.
Well, I mean, she did have a sword to his throat in the past. So I don't know if I'd say that went off well, but
in the end, it did. But this one, she's kind of like, okay.
Yeah, she's kind of like, all right, sounds good. So I thought they both were great.
Yeah, they were.
In both times.
Yeah. And I like how they didn't make them the same. So that was good.
Right. They were different. Different. Yes. All right. So you want to talk some favorite scenes?
Yes, let's do. You start this one off.
Why you want me to start this one off? Okay. So I really liked the scene. Now keep in mind, I could talk about every scene in this particular
It's very
movie,
easy
right?
to do.
So I'm just trying to pick up what I thought. The bar scene. So Liam is encouraged by, I think he's encouraged by Aegon to like, you need to go out. And he's like, "Do you want to go hang?" You know, and he doesn't understand that it doesn't mean like a hanging, you know. It's
back in the old days.
So Liam in modern day asks Cora, and then Finn is there and he's like, you can join us too. You know, so then they go to a bar and her friend Suzette shows up. Right. And so it's like the four of them. And I just really liked, I don't know, I liked that whole scene because she's starting to gravitate towards Finn. Liam doesn't really like it. He's talking to Suzette and she's team Liam at that point, and he's like, "I really like you," you know. And she says something about having a horse in the race.
Yes.
And he goes, "Finally, a metaphor I can understand," which I thought was really funny because people have been saying stuff to him and he doesn't
understand
because he's 1800s man Liam, which he's got. So I thought that was really cute. And then he's gonna he wants to try to interrupt Finn and Cora when they're talking, and I don't know if they're dancing, but they're talking by like the jukebox and things. And Aegon has to say, "No, you can't do that. That's not your destiny. You know, you have to stay out of the way." So I liked that scene. That was one of my favorite scenes. What about you?
That was one of my favorite scenes, but I also like the scene with the angels when he first meets them.
Yeah.
And he's trying to figure out where he's been. And they're like, "You've been dead for 200 years.
Yeah.
And him and Aegon are going back and forth. And she says, "Quiet," or something. And the scene kind of shakes. And her voice gets real deep. I was like, ooh, look at her.
Scares.
Throwing it down. I like those scenes because I thought it was pretty cool because they kept it kind of like this off-white colors that they were all wearing. And then she was telling, was it Aegon or was it
Samuel?
No, not Samuel. Liam, where she said, "Yeah, Cora, you got to look at all her records or whatever." And he looks up and it's like this.
She says that to Aegon.
Yeah. And Aegon looks
Liam
up and he's like, "That's a lot of Cora."
When she said she has a big destiny, or her destiny is
big,
or something like that. Yeah. But in that first angel scene, they say to Liam, "If it makes you feel any better, you're dead too." And he's like, "Why would that make me feel any better?" I thought that was so funny.
It was.
That's
funny.
The scene you're talking about, right? Where they first, So
it was funny.
I appreciated that. I thought that was cute.
Yeah. So, did you have another favorite scene?
I have lots of them, but we only have so much time.
Yes, I know.
So if if I had to choose and narrow it down, I would say the ball, right? The police ball.
Mhm.
Aegon gives Liam a flyer to the ball, and that's when Liam has the flashback of the one from the 1800s.
Yes.
Right, which I thought is cool. And prior to that, Liam talks about how things are happening the same way they did in the 1800s. But while Cora is getting ready for the ball in the modern day, and Liam is waiting for her, and he says something like, "I know how you lasses are, getting your frills and furbelows in order." And she's like, "Furbelows? What are you, 80?" And he says, "Try 180." And I just thought that was so funny. That's another one-liner of his.
So good.
Do you know what a furbelow is?
No, I do not.
It's a pleated or gathered piece of material like a ruffle or a flounce on women's clothing, skirt or petticoat.
Okay.
And I had to look that up, just so you know.
A bit of information I did not need to know.
So she comes out in this dress, right? And she asks if it's too much.
Yeah.
And he says it would only be too much if someone could get enough of ya.
Yes.
And I'm like, Hallmark. Isn't that what he said?
Yes, that's exactly what he said.
Yeah, and I thought that was so great.
And I had that as one of my favorite scenes.
Then you have, the zipper. So she asks him to zip it up. And it's just such a romantic scene when he's zipping it up. And he just so badly wants to turn her around and kiss her. But he can't. And he's trying to.
Yes.
Abide by what he's supposed to do, but he's so drawn by fate, right? Some would argue destiny and fate, his own fate, but he's and then he zips it up, and it's just really slow. It's really well shot. Their expressions are perfect. She turns around and they almost kiss.
Yes.
Right. And then she's like, we need to leave or whatever. I don't know.
His phone goes off, I think it is.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay. So, and then they go to the police ball, and Cora tells Suzette that, because Suzette's like, which one are you going to pick? Finn or Liam? Finn or Liam? And she feels torn because Finn makes her feel safe and Liam's a wild card, not knowing, but also a deep knowing with him. She feels like she's met him before. And it's how she felt in the past, right? Like who she was going to marry was safe, a safe bet.
Yep.
But she was more drawn to the person who was, kind of the bad boy, but she knew deep down he was good and decent. He just needed someone to help, show him the way. And in the meantime, Liam and Finn are talking, and this is again still at the ball. And I forget what Finn says something to Liam, like, if you ever want to talk, or he says something complimentary to Liam, and Liam's like, you're vexingly decent, aren't you? Like, it makes him upset, like, God, I can't believe you're a nice guy. You know?
Finn is like,
yeah. So I really liked, obviously the zipper scene stands out the most, but that sort of leads into the ball where more happens. So, what about you? Another favorite scene?
Yeah, I thought it was funny when we have to understand this is not your typical Hallmark romance type scene.
Okay, right.
I mean, especially if you go to back to the past when they first kiss, it's like
passionate.
It's like a passionate kiss. It's not that Hallmark where they're just holding their lips there, people. There is some chemistry.
There is a lot of chemistry. These actors are fantastic, let me tell you.
But you were talking about how
lots
Liam,
of chemistry. We didn't
in the present doesn't understand certain things.
Right.
And another one was when Boyd said, "I'd give you a ride." And the scene is Boyd and Liam are in a car, and he goes, "Oh, I thought you had a stable or something,
horses.
like a
I
horse."
Thought we were talking about horses.
I thought that was so cute.
That was really cute.
Yeah, he just really drops that. But also Suzette, I like some of her little one-liners.
Yeah, she had some.
Because when was it at the ball when they were going to play something from the jukebox, or they were at the jukebox? It was Suzette, Finn, and Cora, and Suzette goes. They were talking about something, and Suzette goes, I forgot my excuse to be anywhere but here.
That's right. She did say that. That was funny.
So she's like, I'm out. Third wheel gone. Bye. So that was kind of one of my favorite scenes too.
Right. No, I is that good for scenes, do you think?
Yeah, I mean,
there's so many that we loved. Those are kind of the ones that really stood out. But everything just worked in this. I mean, we could talk about Cheers.
Yeah.
And, you want to go first or you want me
to? I loved how Cora has this little side business going on of helping teens.
Well, not a business, but right.
Well, she wants to make it a business.
Right.
She wants to give young teenagers a second chance, because they're
that's
forgotten.
What it's called, right?
Right, second chances. And throughout the show or the movie, she's talking to Liam and she's explaining all of this. And there's this one kid. Is his name Jake? Dominic.
No, Dominic.
Dominic. Yeah. And she's kind of, drawn to him because of his situation. He has a stepdad and you're not sure what's going on there, but he is kind of forceful with this guy. And I just like how Liam sat down with Dominic.
Yes.
And
at the center.
Because he's like, are you a cop? And he's like, no. He goes, yeah, you don't fit that.
You don't fit that
profile kind of thing.
Yeah.
And they kind of had this little back and forth. And I just thought it was cool because, Liam made him feel,
Well, and Liam said to him, I wish I had someone to help when I was your age.
Right.
Because Liam got into a lot of trouble because he was a thief in the 1800s.
So that was one of my cheers. What about you?
One of your cheers. I just really... I mean, I honestly don't know if I could pinpoint a cheer. Like, I loved all of it. We haven't even talked about Meredith yet.
Yes.
And how, in the past, she was having an affair with Liam because she was married.
Mm-hmm.
He was not, right?
Yep.
He was a thief and everything. And they kind of break up a little bit in the past. Same thing happens in modern day.
Right.
She comes to the ball. She sees how he's attracted to Cora,
yep.
And she starts to leave. And here's where the decent guy comes in, right? Like he understands the parallel between the past and the present. And in the past, her husband gets murdered, right?
Yes.
And then in the present, he knows it's going to happen that night. So he stalls her. He goes away with her from the police ball.
Right.
And basically bides his time. And in the meantime, calls the police and is like, hey, something's going on at this house. Which gets him into trouble later. But anyway.
With an American accent.
Right. With an American accent, which is pretty good. So I liked the parallels of that. I love, Jessica Sipos as an actress.
Yes.
And she's really great in this too. Mm-hmm. So, I loved that dynamic as well. I loved another cheer for me would be, Liam loves her desperately. And you see that at the beginning. And then, he's resistant to helping Cora get together with Finn. But then he realizes that it got her killed last time. His love for her got her killed in the 1800s, and he doesn't want to do that again.
Right.
So he's kind of rectified with it.
Mm-hmm.
So, but then at the end, she wants to be with him.
Yes.
Right. So at the end of the episode, which spoiler alert, sorry. And that's where it ends. I mean, nothing happens after that. But, she kind of professes like, you're the one I want to be with. I feel this, I'm drawn to you. I don't know why. And now he's probably in this quandary again of what do I do? What do I do? Because everything is mirroring the past and he knows that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what a story, right? I mean, so my cheers are like the whole thing.
Yeah, because there was three families in the past, which was the Sullivans, the O'Malleys and the Sheets. And you don't know.
Yeah, but they got robbed. They
got robbed.
Their houses, right?
Right.
Got robbed.
And so the same thing is kind of happening in the present. And what you don't know is that Liam can't physically touch Cora.
Right.
Because what's her name? Samil.
We'll get it for next time.
We'll get it for next time. Had put this kind of, if you want to call it a spell, whatever. If he goes to touch her, he gets like zapped.
He gets zapped.
And
that's the rub.
That's
right?
the rub.
That's the rub, that he can't touch her.
Right. So I thought that was kind of a cool concept of the whole thing. But Cora had mentioned to Suzette that she thinks Liam is the man in her dreams.
Right. She does say that because she had a dream at the very beginning. Right. She's dreaming about what happened in the past. Right.
So they're all...
We haven't even talked about the necklace.
No, and that was going to be one of my other cheers was, I love how she said, why did you come to rob me? What were you going to steal?
Right.
And he tells her it's the necklace. And she said in such a way, it was like, well, that kind of sucks because my mom gave me this.
Right.
But being the nice person she is and seeing the niceness in Liam, she takes it off to give it to him so he could go sell it to get himself.
Now that's in the 1800s at the ball.
Right. To get himself straight.
Right.
And I thought that was so like, wow, genuine. Yeah. I'm telling you, in the past, that chemistry between them was
that's when they could really whoop it up. Right?
Running, boy.
Well, right now he's trying to avoid it and she doesn't know what she wants. And so we're not really sure. And Finn's a really nice guy, but do nice guys always, nice guys finish last for a reason sometimes, right?
Yeah.
And all the one-liners from him, he's from the past, so everything that's modern, like his phone, he can't figure out. I thought that was really funny. The language he uses, like, he orders an ale at the bar. He says,
like, that's my language.
It just, it was just, all of it just really, really worked for me. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then you do find out he's a good guy because he did see Dominic and his dad doing something like bad at a gas station. They were trying to his stepdad, trying to steal credit card numbers.
Yes.
And so Liam could easily turn them in. That would give him an alibi for the murder of Meredith's husband.
Right.
But he doesn't because he doesn't want to upset Cora or get the kid in trouble because, so he is a decent guy deep down. So it all worked for me.
Yeah. And then they solved the jewelry store heist because, spoiler
They solved
alert,
one part of it.
The fake
the jewelry store heist. They solved
the copycat. Right?
Yeah.
So
they solved that, and then there's more to come though because there's more heists and there's the murder. And we're not sure how everything is going to come together.
Right.
I don't know. Did you have any jeers?
I had none.
I have no notes.
No.
None. Zero jeers.
I totally loved everything about this show.
I know. Me too. I
mean, I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm speechless.
Well, so out of 5 corks, how many corks would you give this one? And if I had, I could probably guess, but you can tell me.
Let's see. For the past 5, for the angels 5, and for the present 5.
Same, and same.
Yes.
I would go 5.
Yes.
5 and 5. 5 overall. Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to the rest of it.
Me too. Well done, Hallmark.
Yeah.
And actors and writers and directors and production. Well done. We're so looking forward to the next 2 episodes.
And if there anything
they're
like
calling
this
them episodes, but they're movies. But
anything like this one, we're in for a treat.
We're ready.
I'm ready to solve the mystery. So is that a wrap?
That's a wrap.
Well, thanks for tuning in. Follow the podcast wherever you listen so you don't miss one. Also, follow us on social media. If you really, really like the show, we would really, really appreciate your positive review on Apple Podcast or Spotify.
Yeah, we'd really appreciate it.
Yes, we would. And if you didn't really, really like the show, we'd still appreciate your positive review.
Yeah, reviews, really do help the podcast.
Yes, they
do. If you have the time and you are on Apple Podcasts, you have 5 or 10 minutes, maybe you're waiting at the doctor's office listening or going for a run or a walk. And then when you're done, if you would like to give us some stars, that would be really great.
Yeah.
And leave us a little note.
Yeah.
That would be great.
We appreciate it.
Be sure to follow us wherever you get your podcasts and on social media so you don't miss a thing. Until then, fill up your glasses and push play. Thanks for listening.
Cheers.